Hello lovely people, hope you're having a great day. Today I'm going to be doing puzzles, as you might expect if you've seen my previous video. On my calendar you can see this morning was a classical game. I lost that quite painfully. I don't know openings, so I ended up making a basic error in the opening and it just all crumbled. I might share that later today, not sure. Then I solved some puzzles on CTR 4.0 and just had lunch. I'm a bit late to getting onto this section, so I'm doing random puzzles on Lichess. I just thought I'd share some of them with you. So all it is 2 hours. It's going to be more like an hour and a half now of puzzles on Lichess which aren't in any theme. So I don't know what category this would be in, if it's a mate in two or if it's whatever. So I'm just going to give it a go. All right, let's go. So I can see that my queen is keeping that king at bay, and this move jumps out to me straight away. It doesn't force the rook, but if the rook doesn't take, then this has to block, and then this looks painful. I'm not in any danger of getting checkmated, because this rook isn't that in sync with the queen, and I am down a bishop. This move also stands out to me because it is very cramping to the black's position. All right, let's play that, and then this, check. Bishop can't block, king has to go there, only move. Well, they just lose their rook. That's why. I'm trying to think really rationally and forgetting basic stuff. So if here you have to take, otherwise you lose a rook. And then take, push, go get the king out of the way. Check, because it's covered by the queen. So pawn to d6, check. The king can either go here or here. I should start remembering to do this to clarify the difference between my move and my opponent's move. It looks like the king is getting away, and I'm just left with a queen to try and chase it down. I don't think this is the way. I don't think this is the way forward. So if that, what can black do? I'm basically attacking that square. So if rook f7, then and then if black didn't do anything, if black just did that, then I can go check, check, checkmate. I think that's forcing. So black has to cover that square. So if you try and get away, you can't get away this way. You can't get away there. So that's the only escape square. That's checkmate in one. So it can't be get away. I'm bad at, I'm often very good at thinking black has to do this. My opponent has to do this type of move, forgetting that they could block something or they could just run away. So I'm being very intentional, saying, okay, they can't run away. They can't block, and they can't sort of defend the square with the queen because the queen is hanging in that square. Okay, remembering to use orange for my opponent. So this covering, because again, if this it's taken. Ah, I think it helps to have a different color for the opponent. You let me know. If it doesn't, I won't bother doing it. Okay, so we're not going to do that. We're not doing that. Covers, and then what was I thinking? Oh, I've forgotten my idea because I was thinking. I think then queen here, because I'm threatening queen to come here with checkmate because this is covered. So in that position, what can black do to stop mate? There are no desperado checks. This rook is now on d8. Sorry, e8. So there are no ideas here. And this isn't a check. This pawn defends. So rook f7. Threatening this. Rook e8. Queen d6. Threatening queen b8 checkmate. Okay, this is my weakest skill. There might be a move here. Maybe even that rook move isn't necessary. I think it is. So what can black do? Because I often get to it halfway through a puzzle in the solution and my opponent makes a crazy move that I didn't think of. So I've got to try and find that crazy move. So you could do this, but then this, check, and then checkmate again. I think it works. Let's go. No! Not even the first move. Okay, why didn't that? Maybe it's just too slow for some reason. Maybe this at some point, defending that bishop. So if this, I'm still looking into it to figure out why it's wrong. So if this, then yeah, then defend the bishop, and if check, you just move. That's it. That's why that doesn't work. Okay, figure out another solution then. Okay, what else do I know about this position? I think this rook being undefended might be relevant, but I can't help but think that this is a very weak king. It can't go here. Or here. It can't go here. It's out in the open and it's not got any very many squares to go to. So okay, I think I'm being silly. I think the pushing is a good idea because I'm threatening this, which isn't mate, but my opponent has to go here. He can't go. I think for some reason I was forgetting that. I was thinking they could go here, which they can't. Okay, So push. Can black cover that square? I don't think so. But then I've been wrong before, haven't I? Okay, I don't think so. Let's just go with no. I can't see anything. There's nothing that they can do. They can't go to these squares realistically. Or this. I don't know. So they can't cover that square. They just can't. There's no way. So push, threatening this, then if black didn't do anything or did something weird that wasn't relevant to the position. So this checkmate, basically, once the bishop blocks and gives itself up. So push. What would black do? What's black's move here? What does black do? Maybe I was going to say this to like block this eventual thing, but actually that just leads to checkmate in 2 because checkmate, because this pawn is a beast. So push. What does black do? What does black do? What's their plan? I know that there'll be a thing. I'm so confident there isn't. I feel so confident that there isn't anything that black can do, but I'm so often wrong. I'm always wrong. What crazy thing can black do here? Okay, let's just try running away. So this isn't a check. What would I do then? I think I just go straight in here. I say straight in here. That was my plan already. It's not any quicker than I was going to do anyway. So I'm going to go here. That gives black a nice tempting move. I'm threatening this. So in that position, what to do? This probably, I've cut out the bit that I just sat silently for like 2 minutes, probably 4 minutes. And you may be thinking, this is taking ages. Surely just try it and move on. I think from what I've read from the people who have written blogs and books about this kind of thing being learning and improving using puzzles, I think it's important to see all the way through to the end. And if you get surprised at any one of black's or your opponent's moves, you have not solved that puzzle. You may be able to go, oh, okay, then I'll play this now that you've played a move that I didn't expect. If you are in that situation, you haven't solved the puzzle. That's the idea that I subscribe to. So the idea, I subscribe to it because you could be in a situation then where that surprising move leads to you losing. So most of the time when you don't solve a puzzle, it's because there's a surprising move. There is a surprising move which does work. So unless you have seen, oh yeah, they could try that, but it doesn't work for this reason, then if they do try that and you hadn't thought about it before, then I'm saying the same thing twice. Your lack of a plan means that maybe there'd be means that you probably didn't notice that situation. It means that you could have missed something more important. It just so happens you're just lucky that this doesn't end in checkmate or ends in you losing or being down a piece or something like that. I need to get better at saying things more succinctly, but until I do, please bear with me. Okay. What will black do? I just want to put a move down that I think black could do in this position. So pawn is at d6, queen is at c7. The king has moved over in the meantime. And then black has got to move because of that little king shuffle. Black's king has no No legal moves. Not one. I'm threatening that. Maybe this. Could the queen come in? How can the queen get involved? She's so likely to get involved. Maybe the queen goes... Okay, let's try this. The queen's going to be annoying as hell and go here. And then I'm going to go, aha, checkmate. And black's going to say, not quite, actually. I'm just hanging on there. And in that position... Oh, no, they're not, because the king's here. The king's here. It doesn't defend that, so that would be mate. The bishop isn't going to do that. The bishop ain't stupid. Okay. I'm going to push it up, put it on the board. That's fine because this queen covers this square. I didn't see it though. I did see it. I saw it way earlier and I thought, no, it's fine. I didn't say it out loud, but I promise I saw it. But I knew that this covered it. And I know I can't take with the king. But if I take, then that is covered. Wow, success. Okay, let's see let's just quickly go over the what would happen if like king ran here. We go here. And there's just no way to stop this. Oh, what about, no, I was going to say, what about this? Covering that square. So the bishop can do that kamikaze move with support this time, making it not kamikaze. However, that just gets taken. The queen just gets taken. So I don't think there's anything to do here. What would happen if we just put the engine on here? It's telling me, the engine says, give up your queen. So that proves or it says give up your queen in two ways. And if you don't want to give up your queen, give up your rook. I will get better at putting the arrows in yellow. So this is what it's telling white to do, black to do. If you know that the best moves are to give up your biggest pieces, you're in a bad situation. So there's nothing to be done. So let's say this happens. That does cover that square. That's why that is a sort of, it's just a delaying tactic, but that's why that specific delaying tactic works. Okay, cool. Moving on. So I lost points for that. I got the puzzle eventually, but on my second try, so it doesn't count for points. Okay, my first thought is taking or putting pressure on this rook, so it has to move, and it has to move. Ah, I think just take. I think I'm just trapping this rook. So my rook says, "Don't worry about it," to this pawn, and if I go here, the rook has 1, 2, 3 legal moves, but all of them, well, no, four legal moves, but all of them lose the rook. No, let's go. Easy peasy. So I can't take this because that is putting myself in check, illegal. I have to take this bishop. It looks like a good position for black. I don't see this being too much of a problem. I know there'll probably be one way to win, but in this position, white can't give any checks without losing material. So white can give a check here. Black says, okay, I'll take that rook. And then white can give another check. But I think in this position, black can just say, can just go back onto this diagonal, covered by the queen. Nice defense. And there are no useful checks here. And the most important point is this pawn is going to promote in a second. So take. Are there any other moves for white? So recently I was talking with Dag Nielsen in one of our sessions, and he said that a really important skill when calculating is to find your opponent's best moves. And it seems simple, seems obvious, but rather than going very deep on a line, so you go like 5-6 moves in and trying to find out what would happen in the future state, 6-7 moves in even. It's better to just do 2 or 3 moves, but almost be very confident that this is the best move for your opponent every single time. The problem with going too deep into a line is you can easily do a 7-move line and think, okay, cool, this is the situation. And then you get surprised on move 2, your opponent's move 2 or 4, or any move, you can get surprised. So the longer your line, the more likely you are to be surprised at any level. So if takes, then I'm threatening this, which is a discovered check and a promotion to a queen. And if takes, I am back to threatening this. So I do think that's the move. As in, I do think once I've taken that bishop, then this will be taken, and I have to do that little maneuver. Check and then back. Okay, let's give it a go. I think I can just promote. I could just take the rook. No, if I take the rook, then when I promote, it won't be with check. Whereas if I promote now with a queen, the only thing white can do realistically is take that, and then this is check. Even better would be this check, then they come back. That's fine. Yeah, so this check and they come back, and then I promote with a queen to win a queen. Is there a danger if I give a check? Yeah, see, this isn't well solved. If I give a check, you know what I should have realized? I should have done this. I should have said when the puzzle was on. I didn't even think I'm down a bishop and a rook, which I should have definitely done. I should have thought, okay, this is me coming back from the ashes. What am I talking about? If I go back, they can't just do this, because now I can take. I think I'm back in my mentality of not being able to take because my queen was attacked by a bishop. The bishop is gone. I took the bishop. Okay, I go back here. It's a check. They can block with the queen, but I can just take that queen, takes, and then promote to a queen. And it's a queen versus a rook. Okay. So they're not going to do that, or at least that doesn't work. So check. They can just move out the way, but if they move out the way, I promote to a queen. Okay, that's the answer. Took me a while. But yeah, I don't consider this solved. This isn't me solving this puzzle. I didn't see that rook move. What can I learn from that? I see, okay, promote with check and this rook's attack is like, there's no way that white has nothing here. Like there's nothing even to consider. It's too good. Everyone loves a discovered attack. The pawn moves out the way, gives a check, bam, and a queen. It's unstoppable, right? Well, not quite. I mean, it is, but I didn't realize why. I didn't calculate it. So the rook can slide across. It is protected by a pawn and this check. If I did, so if this, my apologies, if this, then promote to a queen, and I shouldn't have the engine on, but yeah. White says, yes, thank you very much. And now it's 4 versus 3. But these two do quite a good job, I think, of defending against these three. Also, probably the most minor point, no one gives a damn, but would you prefer if I highlight my opponent's moves in blue or yellow? That's not yellow, that's green. So when I make opponent's moves, should I go blue or should I go yellow? Or red? No, just these two choices. What do you think? I think I prefer yellow, but it's up to you. I don't really care. You might not really care either. The likelihood is no one cares. No one cares. I don't want a choice. I want you to choose for me. Stop giving me unnecessary choice. I have decision fatigue, please. Thank you. That was you. That was you in a smarmy mood. Okay, let's move on. Okay, things I can notice in the position. Let's count the pieces. 3 minors, 3 minors, a rook, queen, a queen, sorted. About the same number of pawns. Nice. Exactly the same number of pawns. And symmetrical. Okay, what else can I notice? This is a check. And it's not, that isn't defended by any black pieces. I also noticed that this is a fork. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying it's a fork. So, some combination of those things. This is also a fork. So these are forks. Bam. What a position. Check. Move up. Could do this, but that just loses a knight. Threatening this. Not that that's the end of the world. Is it the end of the... It's pretty much the end of the world because of this fork. Wow, look at that. So black's defending by running away, and then all of a sudden, bam. So, check, move. Threatening this. And now that this queen's out the way, because one thing I didn't say but is pretty obvious, that is attacking that. So I can't just go in with the old... I could go in with the old fork, but then I lose a queen, and then when I capture this queen, I lose a bishop, so I'm down a bishop. So I can't just do that straight away. So if check... and this, what this does by threatening this, it's like a tempo. So I'm gaining time, because if they don't do anything about that, say if they like resolve this, fork by saying, okay, well you've left this bishop all alone. So how about this? I can say, well, I can still fork because this fork still works. But I can just, because they haven't resolved this problem, I can go check. Well, it's not check, is it? No, it's not check. But I'm threatening to go here. Well, okay, let's just do that then. So check, run away, threaten stuff, take, fork the queen and the bishop. Can the queen, sorry, fork the queen and the rook. There's a bishop on this square. So can the queen defend that rook? Yes. Okay, better way, because I was taking a moment to be uncertain about this move. It just seemed a bit slow, and this is a bit of a threat that just carries on forever, and I don't know if this is ever going to happen. Because like this, for example. Anyway, I think I've seen a better move. So I can take and say, you have to take back, and then I can fork. No, 1 sec. That first, this, as we discussed, then take back. I'm going to need to remember to say the square names to get used to it. So C2, hello, and then check, forking the king and the queen. No time to capture my happily undefended rook, which is not in there anymore anyway. Don't worry about it. Shut the hell up. Okay, so that works. Check, have to go here. There's no other move that really makes any sense. Take. Have to take back, otherwise it's just a free rook. Is there any other crazy move at that point? No, there are no checks that black can give. No. Have to take back. And then check. And black will take the bishop. So take the bishop, take the queen. So now it's a queen for a rook and no, that's silly. It's a queen and rook for a queen and for a... I win a queen and a rook. They win a bishop. No contest. Easy. Okay, let's do it. Yes. That feels good. Whole solution. I think that's maybe the first time I've done the whole thing in this session and not had any surprises. Okay, that felt good. What do I notice? The checking out what I noticed thing worked quite well on that one. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but what do I notice? Let's see. This is attacking an undefended knight. The material is pretty balanced, if not exactly balanced. I'm down a pawn. They've got a knight in my camp, eyeing up a fork, which won't do anything straight away because this pawn, but it's worth noticing. So we've got this going on. We've got a nice check, and it's defended by this bishop, so it won't be just taken. So check, only move, and then this looks good. No. What I'm thinking in this position is bring the bishop up, say, because I basically want to clear this square here is defended by my rook, but it's attacked by a bishop and a queen. If I can get rid of this bishop, then I can make use of this square. And in this case, it would be pretty much checkmate. The queen would have to give itself up for a knight. So if I go check on h6, and then king g8, bishop g5, bishop g5 takes on g5, and then knight g5, knight takes on g5, then I'm now threatening this. So the king can't move. The rook can't move because it's hemmed in by the king, so it can't come over to defend that square. Can't do this. At this point, I was going to say black doesn't have to take that. So bishop g5, and black doesn't have to take that. But black pretty much does, because that bishop now on f6 is attacked twice with a knight and the... Oh, but it can... Okay, yeah. I forgot about this knight being undefended. So this move here. This is it. As soon as you make a slow move like that bishop move, like, oh, I'm preparing to win. Can you let me win? And black just says, no, I will not let you win. I would like to win. I haven't really talked about this rook. This rook is scary now. Okay, I'm going to help myself out a bit. I'm going to play what I think is the first move. And I'm going to play... Well, no. I was more confident with that than I am of this next move, but this isn't me solving it. But I want to keep some momentum. So... And really what I'm trying to do is get myself into a position where I can see the pieces to help me with my visualization, because my visualization isn't particularly strong. I think it's got to be this move. No, it's not. Okay, it's not either of those moves. I know that I'm not solving something well if I have to say, it's got to be this. I know that that's not the way to do it. But after about, I don't know how long it's been since I started this puzzle, but after about, 10 minutes, I'm like, I can't think of anything. I've been trying to solve this for a while now. Either of these moves, if allowed, if they weren't going to be taken, would be checkmate. Or even if that bishop wasn't there, I'd be able to win the queen. Check. The amazing rook. Wow, nice. Okay. The amazing rook has saved the day. Give a check, forced to take, and then checkmate. And you're forking the king and queen unnecessarily. What a nice way to win. You don't even need to take that queen. It's checkmate. You can't take the queen. You're not allowed to take the queen. The game's over. Get up. Sign the papers. Okay. Okay, I'll just slowly check. Can I go there with my rook? As in, is there anything else that can take it? No. Is the queen forced to take it? Yes, there's no way to block it. There's no way to get away. This isn't allowed. Okay. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. I love that. Very nice puzzle. But I don't get any points because I'm an idiot. And I went, oh, it has to be. It just has to be. Of course it's this. Just play this. Think about it. We're doing themed puzzles. And the theme is distraction of the pieces defending other pieces. I have had a look at this for a couple of minutes before we started. I think I'm going to play rook to e4. It has a discovered attack on the d4 rook by the bishop, but also if that d4 rook takes my rook, then my b1 rook can take this one on d1 with check. And I've just won a pawn. I think that's a better version than taking the d1 rook first. The d4 rook has to come back to defend, then take the pawn, because it's not with check, so you don't get a Actually, yeah, it's definitely better to do the way I said first, because then I end up on this knight as well. So take. Okay, I didn't see that. I missed that move. I should be more careful. So next time, remind me if I make a move in my head and I think, yeah, that's it. Think of the best move for the opponent. That is a really strong move. If I take it, then the pawn recaptures with discovered check on my king, and if I go f8, then check, e8, check on g8, d7, check on f7, and then I can either block with rook e7 or just keep running. Maybe just keep running to c6, king c6 at that point. No, but that takes away my queen's defense of the rook on e4. So yeah, I think I have to take, go here, and then eventually block. What the hell? Okay, that was a blunder, and they just showed me why. I'm not used to this app yet. I thought too much was happening. All right, so continue. Oh, this is fine. Yeah, I'm being stupid. I can just move out the way because I was already planning to let that rook be taken because I can then eventually take here. I see. I got confused because, yeah. I'm going to go to the corner because if I go here, then they can give another check on d7. Now I can take and take. Okay, still with the destruction of the pieces, defending other pieces. My turn, black. Okay, I'm looking at rook takes c3. The knight can't take because I'll take the queen behind it. The knight's pinned to the queen. And if the queen takes, then I can take the knight. And with check, the only move for white is king d2. I can then give another check on f4. There's no way to block that. I just noticed that my h7 pawn is pretty weak, but I'm doing okay to parry that because I've moved the queen away. By taking on c3, I've moved the queen away from the defense, from the attack of that square. So we've taken on f4 with check, and now we're going to take the rook on d6 next. Okay, let's put another border. Yes. Nice. Is there a better move? It's weird using this new user interface, having played Lichess and chess.com and not done this kind of thing before. I'm going to take. Nice, okay, that's good. This one I can distract the queen with the pawn push. It can't go to d4 because I've covered d4 with the rook. And it can't go to c3 because the pawn covers that square. It can't go to c1 because the knight's on that square. I think that does it. What would white actually do? If they ignore the pawn threat on the queen, they could just move the rook to c6. But I can then just take the queen with my queen. They'll capture back with the pawn, and then I can win the rook with the knight taking on c6. Okay, similar thing happened. I think I didn't say this one. I did see, but yeah, I think I'm getting better at predicting my opponent's messy, trying to make the position a bit messier. So I take with the queen, and then take with the yes. 1 point of rating. Okay, here we go. Next.